is this just fantasy? Probably a mix of a few things, actually. So I found these at a store near where I live. From 1991, we have Frank Frazetta trading cards. And I thought it'd be fun to pop these open with y'all and see what we get. I got a couple more, but I'm just going to start with these two. And yeah, we're just going to see what we see. It's been a while since I've talked specifically about Frank Frazetta. I have some art books I can talk about, but let's just do these cards because it's different. It's different than just another book. So let's get into it. All right, here we go. We're popping this open. And I don't know. I do feel kind of silly or kind of weird opening these up when they've been sealed for such a long time, but might as well get out of it. I want to look into what art this is aping, or if it's just a sketch, or if it was done just specifically for the cards. But in either case, I want to look that up. Okay. So here we have our first card. Okay, classic here. Classic, I think John Carter, right? Lluvia made of Mars, yep. So, yeah, nice, of course, amazing painting here. John Carter, Mars. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever done anatomy or painted anatomy so energetically as he did. And what do we got on the back here? I wonder if that's going to be the same in all of them, or if there's going to be different ones. Oh, there's different ones. It's like little caveman drawings. 91. All right, here we go. Number 2. Okay, another classic image here. Tenar of Pellucidar. So yeah, just like a book cover, I'm guessing. Yeah. Love this, the fade into shadow. Mignola has a great story of basically how he was learning to use shadow from Frank Frazetta, but then when he showed Frank Frazetta his art, Frazetta was like, "Oh, Alex Toth, that's what you're doing," not recognizing his own influence. And I find that interesting because apparently up to that point, Mike Mignola was maybe unfamiliar or not as familiar with Alex Toth as he became later. But yeah, interesting. All right, here we go. This is up our alley. We got I'm guessing that's Conan. Yeah, Inimitable. I'm far less concerned about whether the anatomy is perfect or whether what they're doing in the picture is physically possible. I could care less as long as you're convinced. In fact, the more I can stretch and bend it and control it and make it work, the more pleased I am, if it sells. So yeah. Super dynamic bodies, ultra dynamic bodies. Look at that cool snake there. It's a nice little facsimile too. It's good. There we go. Love his alligators. He's done a bunch of them, and I love them. Yeah, monster at a time. An ape and a lady. Classic imagery there. Don't think that alligator's gonna make it in this one. All right, here we go. Some great imagery there. It's interesting. I love how this one just has a random fact about how he turned down doing stuff for Apocalypse Now with this one. I wonder if they were just painted around the same time that happened. Amazing. Yeah, no, this one. I feel like this composition's swiped a lot from various artists. I'll probably do it at some point. In the early 60s, Ace Books didn't seem to take me seriously. They kept my originals and paid very little money. I refused to give them a really superior piece of artwork. I guess what he's talking about this, maybe? I mean, this is amazing. But I guess, you know, it's mostly shadow, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the cover of that first volume of Frazetta that we looked at. It's like Cleopatra image, Egyptian queen. Yeah, he did romance comics. Fascinating. Cool little sketch there. Look at this guy. It's kind of silly, and I kind of love it because of that. Yeah, it's a big flying alligator. He likes to do a painting in less than 2 days. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, I think this might be my favorite one in this batch, unless there's something else that comes up. Really love it. There we go. It's like the Huntress. Yeah, another great one. His signature. Man, he loved drawing butts and painting them. It's still lives when he was 8 years old. That's insane. Okay. Well, there you have it. The first set of cards, 10 cards. And I'm curious what people find, which one's their favorite. I mean, there's not a weak one in the bunch. I love this one because it's kind of silly. And, you know, it's an awesome looking alligator dragon thing. But anyway, batch 2. All right, here we go. Now that's an awesome pose right there. It's amazingly dynamic. And of course, most of these I'd say are cropped quite a bit. It looks like they're reusing some of these little dudes here. That's fine. But yeah, the art's cropped. Let's see what they're. I feel in a painting, your figures have to be doing something, going somewhere. Yeah, not just sitting there. And boy, does he never have anybody just sitting there. There's always tension in everybody. Great stuff. Oh yeah, I love this. This pose has definitely been stolen by lots of people. Swiped. Yeah, it's cool, like demon. Fire demon. Yeah, great stuff. Everybody knows this one. Golden Girl. He was 11 when he painted his first nude model. That's wild. What a wild childhood he had. And again, it's very understanding parents who are like, yeah, sure, we'll hire you a nude model. Whew. I mean, he's showed talent early age. Good stuff. I mean, when he was active, who else would you have wanted painting your book covers? He received a citation from the military for his Death Dealer design. Although this is not Death Dealer, so I don't know why we're getting that. Oh, here we go, something different. Kind of cowboy illustration. Return of the Mucker. Yeah, and again, something that's different. So he didn't just do the same thing over and over again. Though he had to draw something's ass, and so he did the horse's ass there. Great stuff. Madame Derringer. See, I wonder why this little factoid isn't on a Fire and Ice card. That's not Fire and Ice. Yeah. Not bad. Oof. I bet that spawned some fetishes. The illustration has stuff running off at the side. It's intended deliberately to do that, so to lead you into the book. Book cover, yeah. Ooh, some black and white. I love this. Yeah, that's an awesome, extreme design. Pose. I love it. Ooh, well, that's something to crib. Weird science fantasy number 29. Incredible. Just a single night. And then we have our final piece here. A Birdman. Birdman. Yeah, those portfolios, man, if I can get a hold of any of those, that'd be something. Especially the Lord of the Rings one. But yeah, even now, with like their reissues of the prints, like they don't even have all of the Lord of the Rings prints that you can order. Which is a bummer, because there's at least a few of them that I'd love that they aren't putting out. But anyway, that was our little journey with Mr. Frazetta. And I think these are awesome. And I'm surprised. I mean, I guess what, trading cards just aren't a thing. Art cards just aren't a thing. I love artists trading cards, like artists actually drawing little card deals by hand. I'm a big fan of that, so at least that's still alive. But I'm curious if there's ever going to be a time when popular artists will create trading cards. But then again, things aren't as monolithic as they used to be, and things are spread out. People's interests are so diverse that it would be, yeah, like an individual artist would have to produce their own cards, and some of them do, but they're more expensive because it's expensive to make these things. We're probably not gonna get stuff like this anymore. So it's cool when we can find them. Yeah. So thank you for this little trading card journey with Frank Frazetta. Come back for more some other time.